I will be honest. I have a unique opinion on this. I absolutely love it. I love when a coach is honest. And Dan Campbell speaking truth. They might not be bad. Here's what's fascinating. If you look at the playoff teams from last year and where they stood this year, the playoff teams that were in the divisional round or further, Cowboys, Giants, Jags, Bills, they all got worse or stay neutral, along with the Eagles and the Bengals. The only team that was in the divisional round or further last year that had a more successful season this year is the San Francisco 49ers. And you could argue they should have an asterisk by their name because their starting quarterback got hurt in the game that they lost, family. Making it back, going further than you went the year before, it's hard to do. Quite literally, the only team that did it is the one team that lost their quarterback in the playoffs last year. Heading to the desk for this one. I cannot wait for you all's opinions because we've had tons of great conversations surrounding this. James, let me start with you. Do you have an issue with Dan Campbell, the head coach, saying we might not be bad?
So really quick, you don't have an issue with it?
I love it. I love it. I will get to my reasons why I absolutely, love it. There really is nothing more I love from a coach than what Dan Campbell said. Yeah. I'll get to my reasons why.
I appreciate the honesty, Coach, but you lost the game for us, right? It is hard to get back here. That's why I kicked the field goal and go up 17 points. So the team got to score not once, not twice, 3 times to take the lead on you or tie the football game. Take the points if you know how hard it is to get back here or how hard it is to get to a Super Bowl. You let your team down by coaching this football game like you were a player. Players is all we always want to go for it on 4th down. Coach, you going for it on 4th down? Cool. We believe we going to make the play. But as a coach, you are supposed to protect the players. And he did not protect his players right here. You had an opportunity with 6 minutes plus in the 3rd quarter to go up 17 points. The Niners at that point have scored 17 points all game long, and you think they're going to score 17 points on you in 1 quarter, and you still do get the football if they do score? It's not going to happen. So you getting up there and being out, that's all cool and all that, but you should have started off saying, I lost this game for us. Our players put us in a really good position to win the football game, and as a coach, I didn't do my job on the sideline. Nobody. The Niners, like you said yesterday, would have ran out of time if he just took those 6 points. They would have ran out of time. Right? The Niners wouldn't have had momentum. Who knows if they even go down there and score and get points. So this one right here is on the coach. So, yeah, I'm cool with you being honest. All that's cool. You've probably been honest all year. But this game right here, which is hard to get to, because I've been to these and I've been to a Super Bowl, and I know how hard it is to get to these games. I know how many things have to go right. You let your team down. So all that honesty stuff and all that, that's cool and all, but you lost this game for us. Point blank, period. Go up 3 scores, and your team right now is in the Super Bowl, where you ain't never been. You barely won a playoff. It's been 30-plus years you won a playoff game. And you talking about never get back here, and you could have went up 17 points? You know how hard it is for a team to score 3 times in a half?
So you're more upset with how he called the game than what he said post-game. That's really where you stand. Like, you don't want to hear none of that. I don't care what
you say post-game. I'm not even listening to that. As a player, I ain't listening to that. I don't care about none of that. We could have went up 17, Coach. We went up and down the field on the San Francisco 49ers all game. They could not stop us. We did our job. You didn't do yours. They got a field goal. We go down there, get another field goal. 3rd quarter almost over. The score still, we up 17. The momentum for the San Francisco 49ers ain't even got none, right? You lost this game for your team, so whatever he got up there and said, I could care less.
I wonder if any of the players are honest with him. I hear what you're saying, Coach, but let's be honest. You lost the game.
Yes, he did.
Curious.
Joy, James was passionate with it. Break down the nuance of your answer.
Man, golf played too well to be going home.
You got an issue with Dan Campbell's comment.
Doug,
I'm
mad too, though. Even though I did have him +7. Just saying.
Here's the thing. While I don't disagree with anything that James just said, because we all watched what happened, I can't kill somebody in an emotional moment. Maybe I just strive too much to humanize players and coaches because we get very transactional with all these things, and this person makes this much money, and this person's only accomplished this, and this is a failure, and this is a win, and it should be fired. And this is the biggest moment of his career, and he was bad. And he knows that, I'm sure. And he let everyone down, and they lost the game. And he, of all people, of all coaches in the league, know how hard it is to get there because the Lions ain't been there in 32 years. So
put that in my notes.
I won't say I can't. I try if we're going to give someone grace off of what they said, not off of what they did, that's different. What you did is what you did. But your emotional reaction after losing in that moment, I just try to give people a little bit of grace, not to pick every single thing they said apart.
So no issue with it.
What he said is crazy. We don't know if we're going to get back here. Why wouldn't you get back here? You have Jared Goff. You have a great team. You have a great running game. You fix the defense up a little bit. You have a great tight end. You have got a good offensive line. You had one of the best offenses in football that mostly did their job against one of the best teams in the league. You won your division. You're in position to compete for the division every single year. There's lots of reasons you should be back there. But, so I don't agree with him. I think the reality of it is the Lions haven't been there in 32 years, and it's a sore failure. And he, they had an opportunity to win.
32 years?
32 years.
Yeah,
no
the championship
playoff
game.
win.
Yeah.
No playoff win, 32. That's crazy.
Longest drought.
And for him to say that, I hate it, Acho.
Talk to me then. I'm listening.
These
hate
two
it.
is stressed out.
No, I hate this because, like, playing this game is hard to do, right? And as a coach, even if you're not a good team, right, and if you love your coach and respect him, anything he says, like, it speaks volumes to you.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's times with Andy Reid was a bad team, and he say something like, yo, you heard what Coach said, we got a shot. Now, we was 4-12, but him saying it, we believe that much into him. So when I hear him say that, and I like Dan Campbell, and I heard that, it hurt me, like I was still playing. First of all, a lot of your good players, or a lot of your best players, are young. Mm-hmm. Your two running backs is really, really young. Your rookie running back is going to be a superstar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your tight end, the all-pro tight end, he's young.
Rookie.
Take a look at the wide receivers they got there, though. St. Brown's was in his third year. Your offensive linemen, right, your special ones, they're young. Mm-hmm. So for you to say that, it's like, why? And then, why'd you say it? Mm-hmm. What does that do for the team? My I'm into my therapy. Mm-hmm. My counselor says, say things. Well, no, what she said? Oh, when you about to say something, think about it, because would it better the situation? Would it better the person? Would it better you? Why are you saying that? What did that do for the team? You saying that we probably won't get here again. Yeah. And you talk about confidence. Last thing, confidence for players and a team is everything. So if my coach don't even believe that we're going to be here next year or the years to come, why should I? And why the hell are you talking about the future when we living in the moment? Yeah. We in the moment right here. We trying to win. We in San Francisco, got these boys on the ropes. Yeah. And you talking about we might not ever be here again. See, I hate stuff like that, because that lets me know that you just playing fantasy football. We might not be here. Let me just go for it every time. For how much? Go for it. For that don't matter. Go for it. Like, what are we doing? So when I heard, I was so upset, because I've been with great coaches. Yeah. Right? Andy Reid, I don't even go to Andy Reid, because he's just a whole other coach. He's just one of the greatest of all time. But a guy like Bruce Arians, a guy like Sean McDermott, they not even saying stuff like that. We're living for the moment to win now. So I just hate hearing that, because a guy like Andy Reid would never even fix his lips to say something.
Let me push back. Here's why I love it, because I love when people speak from their experience. That's why I love doing this show. We all got our different experiences. Dan Campbell's a player. He played on 4 teams in 10 years. It wasn't the beginning of the quote that I loved as much as the end of the quote. He said at the end of the quote, we might not even have the same team next year. That's real. The thing I hated most in locker rooms, and we've been there, after the game, fellas, phenomenal job this season. Hell of a job. I know we came up short, but still a really good job. Hey, we're going to rebound. Go get healthy, take a little bit of a break. We're going to come back in OTAs, come back in offseason, and we're going to be right back in the name. No, we're going to be better next year. And I'm sitting there in the back of the locker room behind Shady, taking my black wrist tape off and my white pre-wrap off, taking them joints off, and I'm like, I ain't finna be back here next year. I might not be on the team next year. I'm taking them joints off like, Coach, I just heard you was trying to trade Brandon Graham.
Yeah, that's why.
Coach Fletcher Cox under contract. Coach, what you mean we're not gonna be back here the next year? Favorite story ever for me. Shady, I'm walking the hallway, 1 NovaCare Way, 19145, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm walking the hallway for the practice facility. It's July 27th. Dave Phipps, special teams coach, about 6 foot, skinny dude, always a hype on caffeine. He comes up to me. Caffeine. He gets uncomfortably close. Y'all know that person be uncomfortably close.
I hate that.
He gets uncomfortably close to my face. He says,
wait. If you backed up, did he get closer?
Closer. He said, Acho, come here. I walk up. He gets uncomfortably close. He says, hey, you're probably going to get cut from the team. Okay? Don't worry about making it in the team. Worry about making the league. He said, you're probably going to get cut. I'm going to be honest with you. You're probably getting cut this year. We traded LeSean McCoy for Kiko Alonso, linebacker. We got D'Amico Ryans, linebacker. We drafted Jordan Hicks in the 3rd round, linebacker. We just paid Michael Kendricks a 4-year deal, linebacker. You're probably getting cut. Make the team. Make the league. Don't worry about making the team. I appreciated that honesty. Don't lie to me. Last story, then James Jones, kick it off. Yeah. 2015, Shady, you were right on 2015 preseason. Now it's August. Final cuts. Joy Taylor cutting from 75 to 53. True story. We're all sitting in the meeting room. Chip Kelly, he's at the coaching stage. We're all sitting there. Shady, you've been in the facility before. We all kick back. Chip says, fellas, great job this preseason. One favor. Wash your gear, your travel gear, get it to the equipment managers. They're going to wash it. They're going to hang it in your locker. So just throw it in there, throw it to G, to Greg, the rest of the equipment guys. They'll wash it. They'll get it back to you. I'm sitting there like, Coach, just be honest.
Yeah.
They cutting some of us.
Yeah.
They're not going to wash it and get it back to us. You just telling us to give it to us so they can wash it and give it back to the guys that make the team. Yeah. Don't lie to players. Players can read through that. At least the players like me that realize they might not be here forever. So I loved it more than anything, James, because he's a former player. Yeah. He's being honest. Mm-hmm. They might not be back, and they probably won't.
And that's the crazy thing about it, and that really irritates me even more, because you are a former player. You know everything it takes to go into this thing to be able to be in the NFC Championship. Ice tubs, playing hurt, practices, waking up early, film study, all of that you don't want to do to get to this point. Question for all three of y'all up here. Jared Goff throw 3 picks, he come up to the podium and say, I didn't know we was going to get back here. I was just throwing them up.
Oh, we cooking him.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about, Jared Goff? See, that's how y'all got me up here.
Hey, listen,
at least I got the class.
That was a heck of a catch on the cup.
Hands.
He catch it. It's
No, the cup could have dropped. Would have been
dropped, man.
Listen, my man.
What happened?
Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted.
You need less sugar, man. Look at your coffee, man. Look how it look freaking like hot cocoa.
Yeah, it does look like hot cocoa.
Less sugar, man.
But anyways, can y'all answer that question for me?
Nah, I can't. It's coffee everywhere. Show the coffee. Show the coffee. I can't even talk football. Look, come on, you a whole mess, man. James Jones, your kids at home? Tell him to clean up his room, man.
Y'all cut James's kids, cut it off, and tell him he need to learn how to clean up, man. We got to go to break now.
Embarrassing.
Now you're embarrassing him.
Your wife watching.
You didn't catch the glass, though. You didn't catch the glass. All right, family, when we return, James Jones is going to get a towel and clean this mess up because he ain't got no maids at this desk. And after that, we got to discuss Brock Purdy. Is he the franchise quarterback? Has he proven he's a franchise quarterback? We know how good he is, but is he worthy of a multi-million-dollar deal in perpetuity? That's next on Speak. James, can you clean this up?
I got it.
Please.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.